How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I think it said that founder and president.
That's correct. Founder and president.
Founder. Can I get a camera? You know what that means? Boss.
Boss in all sense of the word.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Morning Update Show. It's good to finally have you here and to uplift the work of the Vida Agency. You guys have been kind of part and parcel of Converge for quite a while. For going on almost 2 years, one way or another. And I'll give you an opportunity to tell people about the Vida Agency, what you guys do.
Okay, so the Vida Agency, we're a full-service communications company. We do everything from research to creative development. We do a lot in community engagement. And we work all across the city in lots of various sectors. So we do a lot.
Man, well, that is a lot. And if I was to zero it in some, and where it comes to us, our relationship is that you guys have clients that you represent. And when it's a good fit, you send the clients to us to advertise, promote, or amplify their message, right?
I like how you characterize. I think what we do is we call and we're like, Omari, we have this idea. What do you think? And then we send Janine, and then Janine comes and talks to you, and then she comes back with all these ideas, and then we go and sell those ideas to the client, and then they say yes, and then we say, that's a very expensive proposition. No, I'm just kidding. No, then I mean, that's part of our job is right, like to bring value to everybody.
Right. Speaking of bringing value, what was it about the landscape here in 2017 that made you be like, you know what, I'm gonna launch this agency?
Yeah, I don't know that I'm that intentional. I mean, I wish I was. So, I've been doing communications for a long time. I've been on my own, working on my own for a long time. And really the trajectory of the work changed the older my daughter got. I'm a single mom. So when she was able to drive, that was like, okay, go time. All right, we're going now. We can actually grow a company. I have more time. I can think about how intentional I can be in this space. There was a period of time where I was living in California when I grew up here in Seattle. When I came back, I was like, oh, we're not doing much for people who look like me and people who speak other languages. Like, we need to do better. And so that's really the impetus of the work.
Right. And we got a reel here, and we'll play this reel. And this has some of the clients that you work with or that you represent or have represented. We'll go ahead and play that right now. All right. Got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, that was long. Yeah.
Well, it just means you guys have been busy. And for people who might not have seen or recognized what are some of the companies and brands and agencies that you guys work with?
Yeah, I think some of the things in there were Neighbor Care Health we've worked with. We won an Emmy last year, a Northwest Emmy Award.
Hello.
A Spanish language commercial we did for Community Health Plan of Washington, which was a feat in itself because try to shoot a commercial at the height of COVID. That was fun. We also work a lot with the city of Seattle, the state, the county. We do a lot of public sector work, Sound Transit.
All right. What is the landscape that's out there? We talked about, and we'll just touch on it a little bit. What is, compared to like the advertising dollars that are out there, and then like how it actually translates into communities of color?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is where I really see my purpose as a person, and our purpose as an agency is to try to direct as much as we can, invest as much as we can into community. So whether it is a not so much advertising dollars, but say maybe it's a community engagement campaign. We want to make sure that everybody who is at the table with us talking about how potentially this capital project is going to affect their lives is compensated for their time. We want to make sure that the opportunities to participate are run through local media like Converge, and that we're paying a fair dollar for those advertising, paying a premium when you're trying to reach a very niche or hard to reach audience, an audience that's hard to build trust with, that deserves a premium. So that is, the landscape is, I think it's changing a little bit, but the caveat is we're in Seattle, right? So we're kind of in this place that at the moment is valuing that kind of service, but there's always more to do.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
Let me be very clear here. First of all, thank you. And you know why I say thank you? Being from Seattle, man, we seen like Converge is here today, and really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we covered the protests and everything, and people seeing us take that ass whooping got us in the club.
Yeah.
Or else we wouldn't be in the club, right? Yeah. We're in the club because people saw us. But let me tell you, and you know this, Black media always been there. So many died on the vine because there wasn't no investment. You know, Colors Magazine, C-Spot Magazine.
Yeah.
You can go on and on. We've always had this Black media here, and they die on the vine because these advertisers won't advertise, or they got their one person who's their community person who's supposed to go and give some advertising dollars to Black media, and they don't never come through. And we've died on the vine year after year after year. And it's not because we're not capable. It's not because we're not brilliant. It's because only people who can advertise is our own community who already don't have no money. All these people put these stores in our neighborhoods and won't advertise with Black media. So I'm glad that you out here kicking in the door.
I'm trying to get seats at every table so I can say the same thing over and over again. And I'm seeing money move. And I think, you know, we're in a very, very wealthy region. We're in a very wealthy city, and the money is too concentrated elsewhere. And we need to make sure that we have more equity. And that's my purpose.
Yeah, I think as well, too, is getting these brands. So that the brand stereotype Black people and Black creatives more than, man, it's horrible. Because if you're a Black creative, they think you can only creatively be creative about Black stuff. If it's Black meat, you know what I'm saying? There's so many issues that are overlapping and Converge. We're in a rare, unique position that we're 100% ethnic media. Black media matters, but we're consumed by the mainstream, which is rare. Most ethnic media is just consumed within their ethnic group. The whole point being is that, like, it took a long time for people to even realize that Converge, like, yeah, we can report on all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, you're not put in a box.
Yeah,
which is infuriating when you're put in the box. It's like, why am I in this box? We're not asking you, Joe Schmo, to only do this one thing. We know you're capable of many things. So are we.
Yeah, you know, something I want to ask you, your opinion on. This is something that I'm finding interesting right now in dealing. I don't really deal with the companies. I'd be trying to lead that to you and lead that to Larry, because I don't want to talk to them. I just want to do my show. But one thing that I find it interesting, and I don't know if this is an extreme response or whatever, but it's like, so there's the DEI, right? And all these companies have DEI. And so now if somebody comes through the door with a brilliant idea, so maybe a festival or an event or something like that, now instead of it going to marketing and sales being like, oh man, this is great, we could probably do this and that, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a captive audience there. We could do sampling, we could do messaging. Instead, because somebody's Black, it goes over to DEI. And DEI is like, oh, well, man, Black people, good event, huh? Here's $5,000. God bless you. And it never goes over to the marketing and sales department. Yeah. Do you notice that?
I noticed that. It's because they'll have a special something funded, right? So they have money for it, and they don't have to jump through the hoops. So give it to you. But then you don't have, then you're just a drop in the bucket one-time thing, and you're not incorporated. Yeah, I totally notice it. And it's one of the things that we get to work all the time with, because once Janine, and I can leave a lot of this to Larry because he probably knows much more than I do, especially on like national brand things. But Janine came into TVA recently and she's leading all our media. And the first thing she said was like, how are we going to measure all this? And I said, what do you mean measure? Like, I measure by the amount of dollars that I am funneling to X, Y, and Z. She said, no, that's not going to cut it. We need to help all of these media outlets figure out how they're going to want data from us. So how can we help our clients think differently about what success means, what their ROI is, that it's not just a data piece of data.
And I will say this, when we talk about the culture that needs to change within these businesses, I won't put you out by company name this morning, but there's a few businesses that you see with their investment in the Black Community Festival or Emoja Fest is a banner. Their investment in other festivals on Capitol Hill and things like that, there's a whole experience, and it's this and that, and it's amazing because they put the investment that's there. So in the Black community, we get the gimme money. Oh, let's go get the Negroes. They check. Let's go put some banners up and do this and that. But in other communities, it's an investment in experience.
That is one of our tenets at TVA. We never check the box. If we understand that you are coming through us to only check a box for your DEI initiative, and it's not going to be a long-term investment relationship, then we're not here for you. That's not us. You can go somewhere else. I also wanted to say that money, that overarching relationship building year to year, it does not start by only investing in Black History Month events and then moving on. Like that is the most,
Our cutoff to advertise anything of Black history was December of last year. It was like, man, and people was calling us the last week of January, first week of December. Oh, we got this blanket, big money too. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you ain't gonna buy us like that. I saw something very interesting here on your website bio. Colleagues describe you as visionary, kind, badass yoga master.
I didn't write that, first of all, but is it a good question?
I'm just scared. I can't put this up we can't do this at Converge. I'm scared of how to say colleagues describe me as.
You should try it just for fun.
I might not recover. But the thing is everybody that we talk to there, it's a great amount of respect that they have for you and your company and what you're doing, and even beyond your company over here at Converge. These guys will tell you we've never, and everybody here will tell you this, we've never assembled our whole team here before a morning update show and rolled out our red carpet and this and that. And actually, it's there on the desk. I don't know if you see the blue pen over there, Prez. We've even everybody signs our wall with a black pen. And we even got a blue pen for you today, so you can stand out on the wall. And I want to tell you, thank you for the difference that you've made in Converge. Thank you for putting, man. Janine works us, dog. She works us, but I don't take that in a bad way. You're putting the best people who call us to our best every day. She's so detailed oriented. Every single thing, it makes us better. Yes. And that's what's great. We continue to grow in our relationship with the Vida Agency, everything about it. And you guys have been intentional. And I remember early on in our relationship, it's a struggle for us. It's a struggle to stay on air, to pay these bills, this crazy internet, everything else. And early on, our very first deal together, you were like, man, we're going to pay the whole thing in advance.
Don't give me a discount. One of the things that drives, you're building a company, you're building a valuable service. I also own it. I have a company, I'm building it. I can't pay salary. You can't eat food on discounts. And we need to stop asking each other for discounts. We need to pay what we're worth. And that you can put on my tombstone.
Man,
that one.
And as Trey Holiday would say, pay the fee. Well, I just want to tell you that you set such a major example, you know, man, we're really proud to call the Vida Agency our partners. We're really proud of this relationship. And the best thing is man, you go into rooms and sit at tables in meetings and places that like we have no idea of where you're at, but we always know that you're representing us in the best way, and you're fighting for us, and you're creating opportunity for us. And not only just Converge, you're creating opportunity for Black media. And you know, those days of where we died on the vine, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully those days are behind us in Seattle, because you're on the job.
We're both on the job together.
Amen.
Yep.
All right.
Amen.
Before we let you go, you can tell everybody how they can keep up with the Vida Agency.
Oh boy, I think we're on like every social platform. My go-to is Instagram, Vida Agency. We're at thevitaagency.com. And well, if you want to collaborate, let us know.
Yeah. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.